Yes.
Okay, let's go and start. Okay. That's all. Don't do anything.
Yeah, just tell Ashwin.
Okay. Ashwin, I'm recording on my computer. Okay.
Okay, Gitaji, sure.
Okay. Okay. I'm doing it through the phone today. So let's. I'm sorry about all the mess but I don't know. So let us chant what we have covered so far. Shri Guru Charana Sarojaraja Nijamana Mukuru Sudhari Barana Ragubara Bimala Jasu Jodayaku Palachari Buddhihina Tanujanike Smiro Pavana Kumar Balab. Those were the first two dohas. Gnana Guna Sagara Amaduta Atulita Bala Mahabira Bikrangi. So in our last class we saw the first line Mahabira Bikrama Bajarangi, and we were looking at the second portion of that line of the Chopai Kumati Nivara Sumatike Sangi. So I had mentioned a few things. I'm going to repeat something about the Kumati Nivara. So Mati means intellect. Kumati means evil-minded. Ku stands for crookedness. So what is that? What we should value, we don't value that. That is called Kumati. And what does Hanuman does? If we pray to him, he removes our erroneous ideas and he connects us with the good thoughts here. So he will dispel all our negativities and then bring the positive things in us now. So Sumati means a beautiful mind. Actually, the mind that is that will connect us with God. So another thing is, you can say Kumati means a lack of enthusiasm. Sumati is the and I told you about the story of Vali and Sugriva also last week. So Hanuman never associated with Vali. Even though Vali was the king and he was very strong, he did not, because he felt Vali was little evil. And he always associated with Sugriva, who was a righteous person, and Hanumanji helped Sugriva also. So it is said, when Sugriva was staying on the Rishimukha mountain, Vali was so to the ocean, to the beach, so to do his Sandhyavandan. At that time, he would fly over this Rishimukha mountain and then kick Sugriva with his legs. And Hanuman saw this and he got very upset. And so he hung on to the foot of Vali and tried to pull him down so that he can touch the mountain ground. And because if he touches, he's going to die, because he had that curse that he cannot step on the Rishimukha mountain. And Vali realized to Hanumanji and he said, I won't come this way anymore. Please let me go. And Hanumanji let him go. So that is the reason Hanuman never associated with Vali. And another thing is, when Hanumanji entered Lanka, he entered in the night because he did not wanted everyone to see when he was entering. And it is said that he went in the form of a Masakasama. Like his form was like mosquito size. That small he was. But when he was trying to enter, that Lankini, who was protecting Lanka, she saw him and she, "These are my food. You are a thief. I'm going to eat you up." And Hanuman gave one big punch to her and she fell bleeding. And then she got up and with the folded hands, and she says that, beautiful doha in Sri Ramcharitmanas that says, Tata Swarga Apavarga Sukha, Dari Atula Yaka Anga, Tuluna Tahi Sakala Mili, Jo Sukalava Satasanga. And she says, Tata, oh my brother, a moment of satsang with you actually outweighs the bliss of the heaven, and also it's more than moksha. So we wonder, blow, she got a blow and she says she had satsang. Yes, it is true. Says, explaining this doha, the blood that came out of her body is all the kumati, it's all the negativities. And because of that, now she had this sumati. And she sees Hanumanji as her guru there. So kumati nivara, sumati ke sangi. So actually in the satsang, that is what happens. We indeed, receive some blows from our gurus, from our Mahatmas, the saints and all that. So the gurus assault us. Why? To remove these false notions and make our mind positive. So we do need to receive some blows from our gurus also. And Gurudev always, but he destroys only the sin. So this is what happened here. And Ji defines what is Kumati also. And he says, considering a friend as an enemy and enemy as a friend is Kumati. So he says that the Kaikeyi considered Mantara as her friend, who was poisoning her mind. And Kausalya, who was so nice to her, she considers Kausalya as her enemy. And this is what, is Kumati here. And what is Sumati? Sumati is understanding the things as it is. That is the right knowledge and the right perception is Sumati. So Kumati Nivara, Sumati ke Sangi. Hanumanji helps to not only drop all our negativities, but also he helps in increasing our sattvic qualities. And this Kumati, is at the highest level. Kumati is considering our body as me. I am this body. That is Kumati. And what is Sumati? Trying to see who is body and I am this Atma. So that is converting the Kumati to Sumati. That is how do we do that one? Having the companies of Mahatmas and Gurus and the saints and reading the right books. That is Sumati that we can acquire in our life. So that is Mahavira Vikrama Bajrangi, Kumati Nivara, Sumati ke Sangi. Now let us continue with the next two chopais. We will chant 5 and 6 together now. Okay. Kanchana Barana Viraj Subesha, Kanana Kundala Kunchita Kesha, Hatu Vajra aur Dvaja Viraje, Kande Monju Janevu Saje. Okay, Kanchana Barana, one who has the complexion of molten gold. And Viraja, that means, shines forth. And Subesha, his appearance is very beautiful. He's very handsome and he's wearing beautiful clothes also. Kanana Kundala. So the shiny earrings are dangling from his ears. And Kunchita Kesha. And he has beautiful hair, which is curly. So this particular chopai, it means your complexion is like molten gold and you shine forth in your fine clothes. You wear shining earrings and have beautiful curly hair. And the next chopai, Hath Vajra aur Dvaja Virajai, Kande Munju, Janevu Sajai. Hath Vajra. So you have a thunderbolt in your hand, aur Dvaja Virajai, and the flag is in the other hand, Kande on your shoulder, Munju Janevu, the sacred thread, Yagnopavita, made of munja grass is there, Sajai, actually that decorates you. So the meaning of the verse is, you have a thunderbolt in one hand and the flag in the other hand. And there is sacred thread of munja grass across your shoulder here. See, these two verses actually describe the form of Hanumanji. So these two verses are for meditation on the form of Hanumanji. And this is what we call Saguna Dhyanam. So when you think of the form, it is easy to get connected with the deity. So we can close our eyes and chant these two lines. And as we are chanting, imagine that picture in your mind here. So this is actually, we have not seen Hanumanji. If there was no picture of Hanumanji, we wouldn't even know how he would look. So Gurudev used to say that, this kind of chaupai is actually a word painting of the Lord. So here, this is how Tulsidas ji has seen his Hanumanji in this form here. So even in not only these two chaupais, any form of Hanumanji you want to keep in your mind, bring him in your mind, and as you are chanting, keep looking at that form. I have a little book. I don't have it in front of me. This book was published by Ramakrishna Mission. What they have done is, on the left side, there is the picture. And the right side, there is the chaupai is written. According to the chaupai, the picture is drawn there. For example, if it is this one, Shankar, the Kanana Kundala Kunchita Kesha, Hatha Vajra Dvaja Virajai. So they have shown a picture of Hanumanji with Gada in his hand and also the kundalas and all those things. So as you are chanting, and if you keep seeing that picture, every time you chant, that picture will come to your mind. So this way, we can concentrate on Hanumanji and the mind doesn't wander. So this is what we call Saguna Dhyana, Saguna meditation here. So now let us see this, the meaning of this chaupai, Kanchana Bharana. Kanchana, as I said, is gold Varana, that is the color. So glow of Hanumanji's body is like that of shining gold. And we also say Hema Shailaba Deham. So which means his body is like a mountain of gold here. Then Viraj Subesha. So he is appearing very handsome with his shiny clothes. See, the form is so attractive and so captivating also. One Swamiji, jokingly, he says, we are so much enchanted with the things of the world, all the shiny things and all, and our mind goes only in the worldly things. But Bhagavan has to come in more attractive form for our mind to get away from the world and keep our mind on the Bhagavan. So Hanumanji has a beautiful form, so he makes our mind get away from the world and then keep our mind on his form. So seeing is more important for our cognition also here. Another meaning of this Viraja Subesha is that he is clothed with beautiful intentions. So, for example, for Lord Shiva, we say Digambara. He is clothed with the directions, that is the space. So here, one meaning that we can take is he is clothed with pure intentions. See, when we read in Ramayana, Hanumanji is gone inside the Lanka. It is night, and he is looking for Sita ji. And where does he look first? He goes from palace to palace, from room to room, looking where Sita ji might be. And it was night, and you are not supposed to peek into somebody's bedroom, in the night. And what he sees there in Sundarkand, in Valmiki Ramayana, there's a big description of that. There's some ladies half naked lying down, and all the food and the meat scattered around, and then one is hugging the other person, and even the musical instruments are everywhere. All these things are there. And so Hanumanji, for a minute, he thinks, what am I doing? I'm a brahmachari, and I'm not supposed to see all these things, and I'm seeing it. But then he consoles himself and he says, I'm doing Ramakaj. I'm doing Rama's work. So my intentions is what it matters. It is not what I'm seeing. I'm looking for Sita ji here. So this is what you call introspection. What am I doing? Every time we do an action, we also should introspect. What is the intention behind my action? Am I giving something to a person because I will get something back? Or is it because I love them? What is the intention? So that introspection is very important in our life also. Then Kanana Kundala. So in his ears, he has these beautiful earrings dangling. So there is a story, this I heard from Mataji from ISKCON, and she tells a story, very interesting story. And she said, Hanuman was born with kundalas, just like Karna was born with Karna Kundala. Hanumanji was born with Hanuman Kundala. So the story is, when Hanumanji was still in the womb of Anjana, okay, Naradji went to Vali. And Naradji tells Vali, look, Anjana is going to give birth to this very strong child, and he is going to take away all your fame. Vali did not like this one, and he said, I have to do something. So he came up with a plan. So he invited Anjana and Kesari for dinner. And there, Vali served poisonous soup made of melted metals to Anjana. Anjana enjoyed it. She ate it. And Vali was thinking, now, good, that is very good. Now, Anjana is going to miscarry. So the baby is not going to be born. But that did not happen. She carried Hanumanji for full term and then gave birth to him. So when he was born with kundalas, which was made of the melted metal that Vali had served Anjana. Means Hanumanji was so strong, even when he was in the womb, that he was able to digest even the molten metals also. So now, little about these earrings and earrings. What is the ornamentation of ears? When Ramji was left Ayodhya and went for Aranyavas, he met many sages and saints and rishis in the forest. And he went to Valmiki's ashram, and he asks Valmiki ji, you are living in the forest and you tell me which is a good place for me to live. I have to live here for 14 years. So you suggest me a place. Valmiki ji smiles and he says, tell me first where you are not. Then I will tell you where you can stay. But then he says, answering a question with a question is not right. So I will answer you. So there he says, Valmiki ji tells Ramji, you stay in the heart of a devotee, okay, whose ears are like ocean. He says, Jinike Shravan Samudra Samana, Kata Tumari Subaga Sari Nana, Barahi Nirantara Hohina Pure, Tinike Hiatuma Kahagruha Rure. So he says, you live in the ears of the devotee, which are like an ocean. All the rivers come, they empty themselves into the ocean. But the ocean, even though it is so full, it never says, oh, please don't come. I'm going to overflow. I have enough. No. Here, when Valmiki ji is telling, stay in the ears of the devotee, ears are compared to that ocean. And all the stories of Sri Ramchandra ji, Nana Katha, those are the rivers. And the devotee never says, I have heard enough of stories. I don't want to hear anything. No, he welcomes every story, just like the ocean welcomes every river to come and become one with it. So that is the ornamentation of ears. Listening to the stories of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji, that is the ornament. Now, next word here is Kunchita Kesa. So, Kunchita Kesa, one meaning is curly hair. Hanumanji's hair was not normal, like straight hair, but it was very special. It was very curly, and there is a story about his speciality of his hair also. Yudhishthir, Pandava, he wanted to do a special kind of yagna. To do this special yagna, he had to invite a special rishi to officiate that one. And this rishi's name was Purusha Mruga, because half of his body was Purusha, that is human, and half the body was Mruga, that is deer, just like Narasimha. His face was a Simha and the body was human. So this rishi was Purusha Mruga. And this rishi was a very, very fast runner. And whenever somebody came to him requesting him to officiate, he would put lots of conditions. And one of the conditions would have been like, I'll race with you. And if you lose, I'm not going to officiate. So this one, Bhima knew about it. So Yudhishthira comes to Bhima and he says, Bhima, go to this Purusha Mruga and bring him so that he can officiate this yagna, which I want to do. Bhima doesn't say no to his brother. He says yes. But at the same time, he's thinking, how am I going to bring this rishi? He is such a fast runner. I'm strong, but I cannot run as fast as he, because he runs like the mind. So he's thinking and he's walking towards the ashram of Purusha Mruga. At that time, Hanumanji comes there. And he says to Bhima, hey, how are you? You look little distressed. Is something going on? So Bhima tells him the whole thing. Hanumanji says, no problem. I will help you. And he pulls out some of his hair from his head and he gives it to Bhima and he says, this will help you. Bhima says, your hair is going to help me? In what way? So Hanumanji says, look, when you are running with Purusha Mruga, when Purusha Mruga tries to overtake you, in front of him, drop one hair. And when you drop that hair, there will be hundreds and thousands of Shivalingas will sprout. And this Purusha Mruga is a Shiva devotee. And he will stop running. And he will start worshipping each and every Shivalinga there. That will give you time and you can run fast. And when he catches up with you, do the same thing. So Bhima was very happy. So he took that hair, he went to Purusha Mruga and he requested and he invited him to come and to take care of this yagna. So as Bhima was thinking, Purusha Mruga puts the condition, yes, I will come. But my condition is we both are going to run. If you reach the palace first, I will officiate. But if I reach the palace first, then you lost. So I'm going to eat you up. Bhima smiles in his own heart. Okay, I agree for your condition. So they start running. And as Hanumanji had told, whenever Purushamruga came almost close to Bhima, he would throw a hair. And Purushamruga would spend his time in worshipping all the lingas. And so Bhima would run faster and faster. Anyway, at the end, the palace has come. Here, both are so close. And Bhima has his right foot inside the palace. His left foot is still out. And Purushamruga is just behind him. So Purushamruga says, and I'm going to actually, he caught hold of the left leg of Bhima and he said, I'm going to devour you. So, but Bhima says, well, my right foot is on the inside, so I won. But he says, no, your left foot is still in the outside the palace. Right at that time, Yudhishthira came. And Rishi tells the Yudhishthira, you are a very just king. Now you give the verdict. Who won? Yudhishthira does not say Bhima won or Purushamruga lost. He just says that, you have caught hold of the left leg of Bhima, so you can devour his left leg. So Rishi was very happy to hear Yudhishthira's justice, and so he did not devour Bhima, but he conducted the yagna. This is the power of Kunjita Kesha of Hanumanji. And another meaning, Kesha is the meaning, Kesha means hair, right? So all of us have hairs. So Kesha is actually represents all our desires and all our countless thoughts also. That's why the brahmacharis, they shave their heads to give that, symbolically saying, I'm giving up all my desires. But they leave a tuft of hair in the back, right? That means that desire that they have, that is the desire to know that Brahman, desire to know that God. And, this hair keeps coming. So that means the desires doesn't go away completely. Desire still starts coming. So every month, these brahmacharis shave their head here. And this tuft of hair that is taken out during sannyasa diksha, because at that time he's considered as a brahmagnani. So he doesn't have any more desires here. I was thinking, as we grow old, our hair also starts falling. And that means our desires are also less and less compared to what we had during our youthful age also. And that hopefully we won't get bald, that's all, when we don't have any desires. Okay, now continuing, Hatha Vajra. So it can mean that Hanumanji is holding a Vajra, that is thunderbolt in one hand, but many times we think, well, the thunderbolt belongs to Indra. How can he be holding? So you can say that the mace that Hanumanji is holding is as strong as the Vajra here. Or you can say Tulsidas ji's Hanumanji is holding a Vajra only. So whichever the meaning you like, you can take that one. And there is another meaning here. See, Hanumanji is holding the Gada, right? Guruji says the word Gada, that with the Dirga, Da, that is a weapon. And Gada, with the Haswa, Da, that means speech. So here, the words as a weapon, when Hanumanji uses, he removes the wrong notions. But Hanumanji, when he uses the Gada, the mace, okay, then he removes the enemies. So that meaning also you can take. And the next thing is Dwaja Virajai, right? Dwaja is flag. But what kind of flag? So flag of Ramanama, that is Kirti Pataka. Flag of glories of Sri Ramchandraji, that is the one that Hanumanji is holding in his hand. We all know flag stands for victory. So Ramanam is ever victorious. In Sri Ramcharitmanas, Tulsidas ji says, Satya Sheela Dwaja Pataka. It is a flag of truthfulness, flag of faith in Bhagavan, and that flag Hanumanji carries. And Guruji says, Hatha Vajra Dwaja Virajai. One meaning is Hanumanji has mace in his one hand and flag in the other hand. And the other meaning that you can take is, see, in the hands of the divine incarnations, you see all these symbols there. So you can say Hanumanji is, after all, Shiva Swarupa, right? So Hanumanji on his hands, he has these auspicious signs like the flag or the mace in his hand. So you can take that meaning also. Dwaja Virajai. So Tulsidas ji actually says in Vinay Patrika about Hanumanji, Bhanukula Bhanu Kirati Pataka. So he says, Hanumanji, you are the flag of glory of Lord Rama, who is the son of solar race. So, and also Dwaja stands for victory. Hanumanji always declares the victory of Lord Rama. And there is a few more stories that we can look and see why, this Dwaja, what this Dwaja means and why it is put together with Hanumanji's name also. So those stories we will see in our next class, and then we will see the next two chopais also in the next class. So before I finish the class tonight, two things. First of all, I'm very sorry for what happened today about the computer, it is not in my hands, but unfortunately Hemant came and we were able to have at least some of the time in our satsang. The second thing is, next Tuesday, we don't have the class because I'm leaving to India this Thursday and I'm coming back on next Friday. So we will have the satsang in 2 weeks. Okay. So we will finish here and keep remembering these stories. Please share this kind of stories with your children also. The children love to hear the stories of Hanumanji. For me, Hanumanji is very, very dear because I love all his stories. And now actually, because I'm listening to so many saints who have given the discourse on Hanuman Chalisa, and some with so many new stories also that I'm sharing with you all. I hope you are enjoying them also. Let us finish here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om, everyone. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Gita ji. Safe travel.
Thank
Hari
you.
Om, Gita ji.
Thank you.
Om,
Hari
safe
Om.
travel
Hari
and
Om.
come back.
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Happy journey and safe travel.
Hari Om,
Thank you.
Amma. Hari Om.
Thank you, Gita ji.
Thank you.
Hari Om, Gita
Thank you,
ji.
Shiva.
Safe
Thank you.
travels.
Thank you. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. I'm very sorry for what happened.
Yeah, that's
It's
what,
not in my hands.
if you have the capacity to change it, you could have changed it in the beginning itself. You can.
Actually, we tried it in the afternoon. It was working. And I don't know whatever happened. Actually, to be honest, let me tell you this story. My old computer, the C drive completely burnt out. And then Hemant got another computer, which I used for 10 days. I did not like it. And actually, when I used it one time, it became so hot. And I told Hemant, see what is happening. And he said something burnt in the computer. So he sent that computer back. And he got a different computer that came yesterday. And this, Mummy, I'm sending this back. So I don't know what I'm going to have in 2 weeks.
Now it is
So,
not. Are
we'll
you
see.
on the same computer?
Yes, I'm on the same computer, but he is seeing it is moving very, very slow, and he's not able to change the screens. That's why he put me on the phone today.
Okay.
I'm glad he could help.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hari Om.
Hari
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 Om.
Om.
Gita ji.
Hari Om,
Hari Om,
everyone.
Gita ji. Thank
Hari Om.
you.
Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Gita.
Hari Om, Mukhia. Are you still there?
Bhartina?
Oh, yeah. It's Geeta idi.
Oh, Bharti. How are you, Bharti? She's fine. అంటే భారతి టెలిరామప్ గారా కూతురు హలో యూఆర్ మ్యూటెడ్